Shaibu Gafaro. I'm a butcher. I'm 30 years old, and this is what I do. I sell goods and sheep meat.
For how long have you been doing this job?
Mm, this business have been established by my parents, my father, my late Alhaji Shaibu. That's what he choose to do. So since when I was a kid, I used to cooperate with him, work with him at the same time attending school, my basic school at Azaria. And finally, I continued senior high school at Adventist Senior High School at Bantama. So when I completed, I decided to choose this job rather than continue.
Why did you decide to uh, continue with this job instead of schooling?
Yeah, what I already told you, because this job had been established by my father. So the job I'm interested in doing the work than continuing, because as I compare what I earn in this job, maybe comparing it to be furthering my education is better for me to do this job, because at the end of the month I used to earn a lot, and now I'm married. I'm having 2 children, so I'm okay with this job rather than continuing, because my late father is he's no more, so I can't be attending maybe tertiary at the same time doing this job. That's why I prefer doing this job.
So tell me how much you make from this job every day, and exactly how many animals do you slaughter in a day?
A day I do slaughter 8 or 7 animals. I do slaughter 4 goats, maybe 3 sheep. I do slaughter 4 goats or maybe 3 sheep. Maybe it depends when somebody makes an order for maybe a goat. Maybe we do service to the restaurants and shop buyers. So when someone make an order, I do slaughter 10 or maybe 15. So it depends. We do supply for the restaurants and shop buyers. So when they make orders, we do slaughter a lot.
So you make how much profit do you make a day?
A day I can make 150 or 200 cedis a day. So I prefer this job than furthering my education, because the situation in Ghana here, education is not an easy thing, because as I already told you that I'm married with 2 kids. So maybe when I prefer to go to the training college or maybe polytechnic, at the end of the month, maybe I can't earn more than 2,000 a month. Maybe then when they can give you maybe 800.
As your salary?
Yeah, as a salary. So I do communicate with my colleagues who further their education to the polytechnic or maybe training colleges. We do chats, as they tell me at the end what they earn. When I compare it to my job, I think this job is better than maybe furthering my education.
Now that you have the money, you claim you have made so much money from this job. Do you have any intention of continuing your education?
Right now, no, because I'm a boss here. I'm my own boss. I have 3 boys. They are working with me. So right now, I can see that I'm already self-employed. So there's no need for me to further my education, because I can read and write. I know how to do calculation and so many things. So far as that I can read and write, it's okay for me, because yeah, that's what I choose. this job is better than maybe furthering my education.
Okay, so what are your future aspirations? Exactly where do you want to reach in future?
This job, when you do, because it doesn't have a guarantee. There's no pension in it. So when you gain so much in it, you can stop and start some business. Maybe you can be going to maybe the neighboring countries. Maybe you can go and bring cow or sheep so that you can make supply to some of the butchers. So that's my aspiration. When I get money, I will just switch to that thing.
Are there any regrets? I mean, with regards to this job, are there instances where you regret of being in this job?
No, I've never regret maybe doing this job. Maybe if some people don't know, and they are in this country. I can maybe in this country, butchers they are not plenty as compared to maybe people who are selling, maybe who are doing other jobs. You can see the comparison, or maybe when you go to the market, you can see the maybe competitors as compared to this. No, so
People eat meat every day, so
yeah, that's why every day people make orders for meat. So this job too is a family thing. If you come to Tafu here, we have the chief butcher. He's my late father. He's a chief butcher here. So we own the butcher's house in Tafu here. No one can establish this job somewhere unless we give you the permit. So that's why I tell you, this job, there's no competitors in it. So we know what we earn from it.
thanks so much. Your final words?
My final words, I know this job is good for me, but as my two kids, I do advise them they should further their education. They shouldn't come into this job. Or maybe if one of them is trying to be part of me, maybe I will let him further his education to the secondary level. Maybe he can read and write, his left and right. So he can join me because this job is good for me.